Hello friends, welcome to Brain Scoop channel. This is my new video and our today's topic is MRI safety and concerns. So what does safety means? S means search for hazards, A analyze the risk, F find the cause, E eliminate the cause, T tell others, and Y you are safe. Why we need safety in MRI? There are various safety issues in history which we should keep in mind while working in MRI. So MRI has been used clinically since mid 1980. No known biological effects associated with the magnetic field of MRI. A number of accidents have occurred in an MRI environment. In 2001, a tragedy occurred when a 6-year-old child was killed. The 6-year boy killed in freak MRI accident in 31st July 2001. So he died after undergoing an MRI exam in New York area hospital when the machine's powerful magnetic field jerked a metal oxygen tank across the room, crushing the child's head. The force of the device of the magnet was about 30 times as powerful as Earth's magnetic field and 200 times stronger than a common refrigerator magnet. This was the first fatal MRI accident. After that, Blue Ribbon Panel of MRI experts by ACR to produce guidelines for MRI safety. In 2002, white paper was published and intended to provide guidelines for imaging facilities for development and implementation of safety policies and procedure. Since then, it has been revised, reviewed, and updated periodically. Safety issues and risk in MRI. So one should know what are the safety concerns and how MRI can be dangerous. There are various safety issues. The first one is the static magnetic field, which produces a missile effect from the devices, implants, and projectiles. The RF or the radio frequency magnetic field, which causes tissue heating and thermal injuries. The gradient magnetic field, which causes the problems in PNS, magnetophosphonescence, and acoustic noise. And the fourth one is the contrast agent used in MRI. So let us start with the static magnetic field. So the static magnetic field produces a projectile or missile effect. Translational and rotational attractive forces on ferrous metallic objects. Ferrous metallic objects are drawn to magnetic bore and can be easily pulled out of hands, pockets, etc. This effect has caused several injuries and death too. It is an example of the missile effect. Two employees were struck to the MRI machine for 4 hours after one of them walked into the room with an oxygen cylinder. Here we can see that. In November 11, 2014, Tata Memorial Hospital, Mumbai, India. The ward boy fractures his arm while his colleagues sustain serious injuries, including the punctured urinary bladder and severe internal bleeding. On June 3, 2017, at Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia Institute of Medical Sciences in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, minister's guard carries a gun during MRI scan. His pistol was pulled from his body and got stuck on the machine. According to reports, the cost for repairing machine was around 40 to 50 lakhs. There are some of the potential projectiles which are not MR safe. That are phone, hair clips and bands, coins, scissors, nail cutters, hearing aids, credit card, pins, watches, or no any other loose metallic object should be taken into the scan room. Then the RF magnetic field. Heating of tissue. Some tissues nuclei absorb RF energy and enter higher energy state. Thermal injuries. When conducting material, example the cable of surface coil, ECG LED, are placed within the RF field, current is produced in conductive loop. The concentration of the electric current can cause excessive heating that causes tissue burns. Tissue burn is most frequently reported in adverse incident. Burns can result during a scan from heating of implanted devices too. Case. Heat energy transmitted along the implanted wires result in the brain tissue damage as we can see here. cause MRI scan of the lumbar spine in a patient with implanted deep brain stimulation electrodes from Parkinson's disease. So this is one of the MRI accident which took place. They are some of the examples of the RF magnetic related burns. This is the tattoo burn, and these type of burns occurs due to the RF magnetic field in MRI. Cloth containing any antimicrobial solution or metal infused material can heat and cause burn. Medication patches and skin patches may have metallic components that can also cause heat and cause burn. A patient with an implanted intracranial aneurysm clip died as a result of an attempt to scan her. So these are some of the common contradictions for the MRI system. The aneurysm clips, heart pacemakers, neurostimulators, cochlear implants, and bullet injury in vital organs. Now next is the MRI contrast agent. Is contrast medium used in MRI is safe? Although the incidence of anaphylactic reactions is very low for MRI contrast, it does happen. There is a concern that gadolinium can be retained and not excreted normally in some patients and get deposited in the body tissue, especially in B and B, that is blood and brain. There is also a risk of developing serious complications if patients have poor renal functions. Now, key steps to promote safety in MRI. Annual MRI safety training for all staff accessing MRI, restricted access and appropriate supervision established for zone 3 and zone 4, that is dividing the MRI into various zones. Appropriate safety screening prior to person entering the MRI control room and examination room. Establishing MRI safety of implants and devices. MRI risk assessment for equipment and appropriate use, and establish protocols for MRI emergencies. Now, in annual MRI safety training, there are basic safety training to all staff who need to work in an MRI environment, including the nurses, the ward boys, which are coming with the patient, and advanced training, MRI technologists and MRI radiologists, MRI clinicians, all staff involved in making decisions regarding MRI safety policies, procedures, and practices. Restricted access and supervision, and an important aspect in protecting MRI system related accidents. Most MRI system related accident is due to deficiencies in screening methods and or controlling access. So this is the zone 3. Zone 1 where there is no restriction. Then there is zone 2 limited access, and zone 3 restricted area, and zone 4 has also restricted access. All persons should be all persons should be appropriately supervised in the restricted access zones of the MRI environment. Devices contracted in MRI are aneurysm clips, biopsy needles, bone growth stimulators, bullets, cardiac pacemakers, cochlear implants, dental implants, heart wave prostheses, hemostat clips, implantable drug infusion pumps, internal defibrillators, intravascular stents, neurostimulators, ocular implants, penile implants, and vascular clamps. Hence, the history of the patient should be taken correctly and very carefully. MRI screening procedures for patient. Screen patient before the scan date to identify any surgery accidents potentially involving a metal. Review all information regarding implants and devices. Confirm and document MRI conditions of implant, etc. Ensure that both visual and verbal checks are performed. Ensure that patient is in hospital and clinic clothing. So, patient must definitely change into a hospital gown before entering the scan room. So, while preparing patient for MRI, always remember screen, change, and explain. These are the 3 golden rules for preparing patient in MRI. One should firstly screen the patient for any of the metallic objects, then patient should change into an hospital gown, and explain. Patient should be clearly explained about the procedure, MRI preparations, and any of the safety concerns regarding MRI. MRI screening for staffs. It is essential for any individual entering the MRI environment to be screened prior to access being provided. This includes all MRI staffs, physicians and researchers, cleaners, relatives and visitors, security officers, and maintenance workers. Establishing MRI safety of implants and devices. Categorizing and labeling of implants devices are essential. So, the devices can be categorized into three main headings. The first one is the MR safe, pose no hazard, not harmful to patient, staff, or machine. Then MRI conditional, pose no known hazard in a specific MRI environment with specific condition of use, but we can use it, but there are some conditions in which we can't use. So they are MR conditionals. And the third one is the MR unsafe, that is never allow these things into MRI scanner room. Here are the safety labelings. This is for the MR safe, MR conditional, and MR unsafe. While screening MR conditionals, it is important to check MR conditions, field strength restrictors, and scanning limitations. Note, do not bring anything into scanner room or move any machine until you know the safe use in MRI. MRI risk assessment for equipment. How can we determine if equipment or device is ferrous? Ferrous metal detectors or test magnets may help to indicate whether equipment is ferromagnetic if there is no manufacturer information available. Detectors should only be used within the product guidelines because the devices have varying sensitivity. Appropriate use of devices. RF burn can be avoided by using insulation pads. Sponge pads are required to separate and insulate patient from direct contact with leads, coils, or the scanner board. Minimum thickness of insulating material should be 1 cm and minimum gap between patient and MRI scanner is 0.5 cm. Appropriate use of devices, that is the correct placement of cables and pads like this. What happened during a quench? Now what is a quench? If the temperature of any of the segment of the solenoid of the MRI goes above the temperature for the superconduction, the segment will have some resistance. Power loss would be converted into heat, resulting in non-superconducting status. This disaster has been termed as quench. To prevent this, superconducting filaments are put in a copper matrix which keeps the filament from melting down during quench. In addition, a disturbance in the fringing field can induce a quench of the magnet. Therefore, no large steel object should be moved around close to the magnet. So, during quench, the liquid helium, which is initially at minus 269 degrees Celsius, boils off to become a gas with the expansion ratio of 1:760. Helium gas is vented outside of the building via the quench pipe. Risk: there can be frostbite, there can be damage to MRI system, there can be anaphylation. Note, if pipe fails, there may be a build up of a pressure in MRI scanner room. What to do in the event of a quench? It is important to open the scanner room, evacuate the MRI scanner room safely. Do not close the door until the MRI scanner room has been fully evacuated. So conclusion, from all these steps in the video, we conclude that careful planning and diligent upkeep of MR facility can provide a safe environment for patient and staff. So everything in its place keeps you safe. This is all for today. If you like my video, please like, comment and share, and do subscribe my YouTube channel for more interesting videos. Thank you.